Word of mouth is like a free lunch. Sure, it's nice every now and then, but do you really rely on it to feed you and your family? By solely relying on word of mouth, you're putting the fate of your business in other people's hands, hoping that they like and remember you enough to send business your way regularly. This is an extremely dangerous position to be in. Instead, you need to orchestrate and stimulate referrals rather than hope and wait for them to happen. My name is Jacob Curtis. I'm a CPA and certified profit first professional and a business coach. I started Curtis Accounting Solutions to remove the stress of doing the bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes off of quilt and craft shop owners and to provide practical business advice to help them piece together financial freedom. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode, so please leave a comment below and remember to like, share, and subscribe. The psychology of referrals. It's important to understand the psychology behind referrals. Think back to the last time that you gave out a recommendation for a restaurant or a movie. Did you do it to promote that restaurant or movie? Unlikely. You wanted your friends to have a great experience. You did it to make yourself look good. That is exactly the concept that we want to use in our referral marketing, but with more intent. So just ask. Remember Joe Girard, the Guinness Book of World Record holders for selling the most cars? Well, part of the reason he sent a card each month to his list of contacts was because of the law of 250. He observed after attending a wedding that there were about 500 people present, 250 guests from the bride's side and 250 guests from the groom's side. Later, after selling a card to a funeral home director, he inquired about the average number of guests that attended a funeral, 250. Again, after selling a car to a caterer, he asked them on average, how many people attend a wedding? And again, there were about 250 from the bride's side and 250 from the groom's side. And this 250 number kept popping up over and over and over again. From that, he figured that every person he did business with represented about 250 potential customers. So he set about building relationships rather than just focusing on the next sale. Part of his process was to follow up a few weeks later with his customers to see how the new car was doing. If things were good, he would ask for a referral. If things weren't going so great, he would do what he could to fix the problem and then ask for a referral. This brings us to one of the most important strategies. Just ask. Here are a few points that will help make asking for referrals a little easier. 1, thank them for their business. 2, tell them that they bought the best or cutest items. 3, offer a coupon or dollars off to the person they refer, providing real value to the potential new customer while making your current customer look good in their eyes. And 4, give them a reason to give you a referral, something that benefits them. Here's an example of how to ask for a referral. Mrs. Customer, you've got some great, cute fabric here. Thank you for shopping with us today. If you know anyone who is looking to get great fabrics like you just did, please give them this new customer coupon for 15% off their first purchase. Getting referrals helps us keep our advertising expenses low, and we pass those savings on to you, our loyal customers. Thanks. Have a great day. Review this again. Can you identify the 4 points? By creating a system around generating referrals, you no longer hope that referrals just happen. While not everyone will give a referral, many will. One thing is for sure, birds of a feather flock together, meaning that your customers know of others who are in similar situations to themselves. It's human nature to seek out other people who have similar interests. Conquering the bystander effect. Have you ever noticed that when there's an accident, there's more people just standing by and watching than doing anything? And in first aid training, you're taught to give specific instructions and make eye contact with that person to whom you're giving those instructions. This gives that person a sense of personal responsibility to follow your instructions. Just yelling out, someone call 911 is very ineffective. The same is true with your referrals. You need to be very specific in your request for referrals. This will significantly increase your chances of getting referrals. So to beat the bystander effect, you do 4 things. 1, start with a specific problem. 2, identify a trigger for the problem. 3, provide value now. And 4, set up your customers to look good. In my previous example, the problem may be tricky to identify, but that's because we talked about the solution to that problem, which was cute or good fabric. The problem they had was not having that fabric for their project. The trigger would be starting a new project, you're not having enough to finish a project, and the value you provide is a 15% off coupon in this example. Then you set up your customer to look good because they can then pass that 15% off coupon on to their friend. Now, a side note here, this example of a new customer discount only works if you track all your customers' purchases. you must be able to identify new versus old customers. To help you build your referral system, go through your list of customers and start looking for the problems your customers have and what triggered them to come to you to buy. Then you can create the first steps to asking for referrals. So, who else has your customers? Referrals do not have to come from existing customers. They could come from neighboring stores or similar stores to yours. For example, when my mom started her business, she only offered long arm quilting services out of her garage. To get customers, she went to fabric stores within an hour's drive of her house and asked if their store could be a collection and drop-off point for her long arming services. As you might expect, a lot of stores said no because they offered long arming quilting services. But a few stores actually welcomed her, and for years, she would drive to those stores each week to drop off and collect quilts. She even continued this practice after she opened her own storefront. A few years ago, my wife and I went out to eat at a pizza place. We were greeted by the hostess and asked if we were there for the painting class. We were not, but I asked for more details about it, and the hostess said that once a week, a local artist posted painting classes at the restaurant. It was $20 for the class and 20% off for the restaurant menu. From my understanding, they're still doing those classes today. They would have stopped if it were not mutually beneficial for the restaurant and the art teacher, right? Who could you do something similar with? Could you attend a guild sewing party and bring a small selection of goods to sell? Could you host a sew-a-thon and invite the local coffee shop or food truck or dessert parlor to join in? Other ideas include exchanging coupons with other local businesses, reselling complimentary products from those stores, or even setting up an affiliate program. Look at who has your customers before you and after you. Where else do your potential customers shop? What do they shop for? Who could you network with? Stop relying on word of mouth. Create a referral system and stimulate and orchestrate referrals. What do you do, or are you going to start doing, to get referrals? Tell me in the comments below or email me at jacob@curtiscountingsolutions.com. If you need help with this and piecing together financial freedom, please schedule a call with me by clicking the link below. Remember to follow me at Curtis Counting Solutions on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.